Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Wednesday, here at MadWorldTarot. And this reading was inspired by a video put out yesterday, I think, by the Royal Grift. That came out weird. She did a interesting video on Meghan perhaps following the Diana playbook when it comes to divorce. Interview, we all know the infamous interview that Diana did, and Meghan possibly has one lined up with Gayle King on her new show. It was very interesting, but there was a throwaway comment that the Royal Grift made about Doria and the fact that she abandoned Meghan for whatever reason, disappeared from Meghan's life for a very long time, then reappeared with a vengeance when Meghan suddenly became useful again. And she wondered, Royal Grift wondered if Meghan herself would do the same thing. Hand kids over to Harry for a good price and disappear, and then return at an opportune moment when the kids are old enough to be useful to her. And I thought that's interesting. That's an interesting take. And let's have a look and see. So I have the new chapter tarot on the tarot table for this one. And I'm going to have a look and see, first of all, who's going to get custody, because it's always, rewind a bit. This is going to be on the assumption that there is a divorce at some stage or a separation at some stage officially, and that's public enough for us to know that this is going on. Who gets custody, Harry or Meghan? We don't know. We've tried to find out before. It's a bit of a mystery. So who's going to get custody? Current energy. Meghan's connection with her children. Is she going to walk away from them like Doria did her? For whatever reason, there are all kinds of theories about where Doria went, why Doria went. But is Meghan going to disconnect from her children at some level, abandon them, disappear from their lives? And what's her emotional connection going to be like with them? Is it going to be a toxic influence? Is it going to be a healthy connection? What's going to go on? All entirely speculative, of course. Merching opportunities, money. Is she going to merch the kids? Is the public going to be interested enough in them for that to happen? Because of course the public doesn't know anything about these kids, couldn't recognize them, have no idea what they're like, their personalities. We've never connected with them like we did with other royal children. Even Sarah's children we know more about, we connect more with than Harry and Meghan's children. And I know some of you think they are alleged children, so we can put one of those in if you want. And then the outcome, I want to know if she's going to be able to turn them against Harry, as it seems like Doria had some influence in turning Meghan against Thomas. I think Tom Bauer's book just explored that to some extent. And how are the children themselves going to reflect on this? And we're taking them, for the purposes of this reading, we're taking them into, say, their mid-teens, mid to late teens. Still not quite there, these cards, for some reason. Sorry about this. It's a bit irritating when you have to listen to clatter of the cards. Come on, cards. Come on. Here we go. Okay. Got Ace of Cups. Interesting. We're good to go. And of course, we have to say, especially because children are involved, it's tarot for fun and entertainment or speculation or my opinion. I read energy, archetypal energy, and disclaimer in the box below. Let's see what the new tarot have to tell us about these mysterious children and their fate, their future, with a very odd, in my opinion, mother. I'm just checking to see how many cards I need to lay out for this reading. There we go. That's it. What do we have? We've got the Two of Cups. Well, that's the card of love. Two children, two cups. Positive energy for a reading of this nature, Two of Cups. perhaps as chastising me and saying, there isn't going to be a separation, there isn't going to be a divorce, it's love and it's happy ever after. It could be telling me just that the children are going to have to really form a very strong bond with each other to endure what is to come. But it's a card of partnership, union, connection, love, and 2 cups, 2 children. So that's for what it's worth. Positive energy underlying. I'm quite surprised to see positive energy underlying a reading, because so seldom happens in these royal readings. But let's see. The story that we're dealing with. What are we dealing with now? Yeah, we're dealing with the 8 of Swords. That's a trapped feeling, so that's more like it. That's more normal for the energy that we get here on this channel. 8 of Swords is a problem, a bind that someone has got herself into. I should imagine it's Megan who's got herself into the bind. I don't think that's Harry's energy, even though it's a male figure, winged figure, who's stuck there in those swords. It's a trap, a conundrum. What do I do? How do I get myself out of this mess I have got myself into? The reason I'm doing this reading, apart from just thinking it was interesting, is Megan's having her hot summer, hot girl summer, or whatever they're calling it now. And we've had the Taylor Swift concert, although no visible signs of her being there, hanging out with friends. We've had quite a few of those, papped here and there, the farmer's market, the rent-a-crowd kind of a summer. No children. Apart from that 4th of July appearance, mysterious blurred children, people suspecting it was doubles, all kinds of mystery around that. Where are the children? We have a trap, we have a problem, we have something that someone is afraid of, worried about, can't see their way out of a mess of their own making, that they don't lack the mental vision, the mental capacity, the courage even to find their way out of. So someone has got themselves into trouble. Let's have a look at the custody story again. Harry. Is Harry going to get custody of these children? On the assumption, and I've got the 9 of Swords in reverse, a worry and a stress card, a nightmare card, sleepless nights. It's in reverse, so perhaps an end of worry and stress. But it's not it's not 2 of Cups. Megan. It's not an answer for me. Megan. Ace of Swords in reverse. Looks like she's out. That's a no. She doesn't get. Wow. Both are very, very toxic cards. Looks like she gets cut out. It's a no for her. No. Ace of Swords in reverse. No. Cut out, toxic. Lawyers, decisions, very firm decisions, hostile situation. He very stressed about it, but ultimately might start to recover from the stress and anxiety and worry of the situation, and that might connect back to the reading that I did about him about to come clean on what really happened with the kids. That could be the conundrum, the mess that she got herself into, and now what to do, how to get out of it. Fluffy has joined us for the reading. She's just managed to squeeze through the cat flap. Yes, a fat Fluffy, we call her, even though she doesn't really eat much, and she's quite a busy little cat. Now I want to laugh. Okay, so that's that. How about emotionally? Is Megan then going to do what her own mother did to her? Is history going to repeat? And is she going to abandon them, walk away from them, disconnect for whatever reason? As I say with Doria, all kinds of speculation. Megan could find some rich guy. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands isn't a connection card. It's I have to retreat and stand my ground and do battle, defend myself against attack. We might hear, isn't it interesting, there is the stress thing. How bizarre is that? That thing that she was wearing, that new calm thing on her wrist. It might be that she has to withdraw because she feels the world is against her. Everyone has turned against her, and she has to retreat to some sort of safe place. Strange energy I'm getting from that card. It connects with that Eight of Swords again, that she's got herself into a mess and she's going to feel under attack and she's going to have to disappear. It's not hanging out with kids and spending quality time with them. It's not Six of Cups. It's not Four of Wands. It's not any of the Sun, any of those lovely happy cards that one would like to see there for a relationship between someone who is allegedly their mother and the children as they go through these very important next 10 or so years. It's distance, it's defending herself from attack. She could spend an awful amount of time just really clapping back at people who accuse her of things, and all her energy and all her resources are expended on trying to justify what she's done. So that's not a comfortable energy. What's her emotional connection going to be like? And it is distance. I do think there is some distance there. That for whatever reason, it's almost as if she's prevented from seeing them. That's a wild speculation. And we are in the realm of absolute speculation here, because this is all hypothetical in this reading. Just to be absolutely clear about that. What's her emotional connection going to be with these children? Is it going to be a healthy connection, a warm, close connection, a positive connection, or is there going to be some level of toxicity in this connection? Some level of toxicity. Unfortunately, we've got, it calls itself the Teacher in this tarot deck, but it's the Hierophant, for those of you familiar with tarot cards. The Teacher, the Hierophant. Upright, it's the royal family. It's being a good influence on children. It's showing them how to live your life in a healthy and a positive way, a well-regulated way, learning your life lessons, doing the right thing, being part of a social structure, a hierarchy, knowing your place in the world, all of those things, learning about spirituality and faith and all the good things that come from that card, but it's in the reverse. So unfortunately, I think she's going to spend an awful amount of time trying to undermine the royal family, because of course it is one of the key royal family cards in the tarot, the Hierophant. The institution, she's going to be undermining the institution, attacking the institution. I don't think she's going to be very supportive of them in their learning, their schooling. It's a deep sigh card for me as a reader. I don't like to see cards like this. It's a deep sigh card. It's just a rebellious energy. It's toxic from that point of view. Oh, well, you don't have to play by the rules. You don't have to do the right thing. You can do whatever you like and it doesn't matter. It's that kind of energy. And it's not positive, and it's not reinforcing good values and, as I say, a safe sense of self within society. A strong sense of self. Safe was the wrong word. Strong sense of self within society. It's the absolute opposite. That's problematic. How about money? Merging possibilities. How are the merging possibilities going to be for Meghan? 9 of Wands. The children are going to be protected from her attempts to do this with the 9 of Wands. It's a card of ring fencing, of putting protective barriers around someone or something. And in this case, it would be these 2 little cups here, which are very clearly the children showing up, protected from her, kept very safe distance from her. Okay, I've got that twice now. 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is somebody who's damaged mentally, just as a matter of tarot interpretation. Somebody who is bruised and battered, who might have some mental disorder, some personality disorder, something like that. Normally you view this card from the person's point of view, so it would be from Meghan's point of view, 9 of Wands, but I'm not getting it. I'm getting it from the children's point of view, that at some level they're going to be protected from her, and we're talking about merching here. So I think there's going to be some almost some sort of agreement, restriction on that, because it's a card of restriction and limitation, preventing rather than allowing, enabling. So I think there's going to be some quite tight guidelines, although she's going to try and undermine them with that Hierophant teacher card in reverse. I think there are going to be very, very strict rules and what's the word? Protocols around what can and can't happen with these kids. How interested is the public going to be in Archie and Lilibet? Are they going to care? Are they going to connect with these kids and think, oh, we're really dying to know what's happening with them? Four of Cups is the rejection card. Indifference, it's literally the card of indifference. Not going to happen. She's left it too late. We are 4 years in now with them, and nobody cares, nobody knows. We're only interested because we want to know the truth about how they came to be and who they really are. That's the only reason people are interested in them. But as an opportunity for merching and for showing them off and magazine spreads and all that kind of stuff, no chance. Four of Cups, absolute indifference, couldn't be bothered. Bored, turn the page, don't care. So she's lost that already. How about ultimately is she going to be able to turn them against Harry? I've got undermining royal family over here. How is that going to go? Thought I might as well ask. Is she going to do that? She's going to do her level best with the Ten of Swords. Absolutely going to do her level best there to really destroy. It's a card of ruin. Ouch. I don't like the man. I don't have any sympathy left for the man. I was saying yesterday in my readings on the future Duchess, when I was talking about all of those innocent days way back when, that I did have sympathy for him, and I did think that he'd been hoodwinked and bamboozled and led astray by a toxic, narcissistic person, allegedly. But it's still painful to see that Ten of Swords. How are the children going to reflect on this whole situation when we hear from them, as inevitably we will at some point? What are they going to say about Mama? The Star in reverse. And that's also a very sad card. It's despair. It's a fallen star, somebody who had no purpose, no soul, no life, no connection with the divine. So many things. But it's going to be that they were dealing with somebody who was obsessed with celebrity. Star in reverse. It was a failed celebrity. Star in reverse. It could be someone suffering from severe depression or even mental illness, disorder, whatever you want to call it. I'm speculating wildly, of course. For themselves, difficult. This is difficult energy. It's Major Arcana, Star in reverse. So for them, difficult. I have done future looks at both of them. You might want to go back in the Royals playlist. I think I did those at the early part of this year. So that would be in this current Royals playlist, to see how they will endure and how they will emerge as adults. That is troubling. It's this failed celebrity. It's this obsession with celebrity, but it's a loss of purpose, loss of connection with the divine. I've got that twice now. I've got the Hierophant in reverse and the Star in reverse. Somebody who's soulless, somebody who doesn't who doesn't reflect, doesn't have that inner spark, that inner life, that inner light. That purpose that gives you that sense of the divine, that gives you some focus in your own life and an ability to see the bigger picture, to see things from other people's points of view, to forgive them, to heal. The Star is the card of healing. In the reverse, it's inability to heal. So it's giving me this idea of illness. She's going to go all out on a destructive path. That is these two innocent cups here. Their energy is quite different. I almost want to take them away from this reading. My own maternal instincts are kicking in excessively here, and I want to take this card and I want to put it away out of harm's way. I'm getting quite emotional as I'm holding it, a little bit shaky. Over here, we've got someone who's made a right mess of their life. 8 of Swords. She's got herself into a big trouble. She's going to be cut out, seemingly. But for Harry, getting custody of these children, if this is the way it goes, we're just reading energy, but if this is the way it goes, for him, it's not going to be a source of joy and comfort, and it's going to be a burden, it's going to be a problem because of what has happened. She is going to go on the attack. 7 of Wands, Hierophant in reverse, 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, terrible, it escalates as we go through here towards him. She attack the royal family and attack him, absolutely. She's going to do her level best to destroy him. And that was the core of the video that the Royal Griff did. If she follows the Diana playbook and attempts to take him down, blame him for whatever it is that she might attempt to blame him for, it's going to be very bad. Very, very bad. Children, big effort to protect them from all of this with that 9 of Wands. Big effort. Public, complete indifference to them. The children's own experience of this is going to be they're going to look back at it with a great sense of difficulty, having lived through this with this fallen star. That's your reading, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.